It's really important for students to reveal their own thinking. We as teachers need to know what's going on in order to assess what students are thinking and if their reasoning is correct. Because there's often a focus on the answer, they got the right answer. But sometimes when you dig a little bit further and you have the student explain how they got it, you find, oh, you got lucky. We need students to be fluent in math. They need to be able to understand and control and explain their own ideas. It's about communicating an idea effectively. A really important way to both see that but also develop that is having students talk about their different ideas.
Please talk to us as we're going.
I know I have to get to 70. 3, 3, 3, and then I put 4. I added those up and it came to 25. So I said 70 minus 25 equals 45. So then I know with these 4 numbers, they have to add up to 45. So
when a student is presenting their ideas, I will sit in their seat to kind of to make it clear that I'm not the one who people should be looking at or paying attention to. And when that student is talking, after they've given their whole explanation of their idea, I will ask the rest of the class, are there any questions for that student? And when the students are presenting, I'm looking for that. What's the interesting move they make that they take for granted? Because it's their move and it's just, oh, that's what occurred to them to do. And I want to talk about it because I think actually that's a really great move.
Here's my next moment that I'm very interested in. She said something, but she didn't write anything on the board. Or she didn't write anything on her sheet. But she said, I did my 11 by 1, my 10 by 2, my 9 by 3, and my 4. And then I recognized the pattern and recognized that as each of these went up 1, each of these went down 1. And then I got to 6 by 6, so then I went back and found the area. So what's the... Why did she stop here? How did she know she could?
It's going to reverse.
What would it look like?
7 and 5.
Right, as these go up by 1, these go down by 1. So 7 by 5, 8 by 4, those seem like great. Why miss these opportunities?
It's just going to be the same numbers on the other side. So the area is going to just go back.
Right. We've already done these, right?
Yeah.
Come on the other side. And the chart helps us see that.
Yeah.
And I also will always have students appreciate what's something you appreciate about that method. We're looking to learn from each other. And so that's a strategy that I was struggling with this part of that problem. And I see what you just did speaks to that struggle. And next time I'm going to try that.
Well, I liked it because it demonstrated to me another way to do it, a way that was different than the way I did it, but still effective. So it kind of opened my, made me think about other ways to approach it still.
A way that a teacher can wrap up that conversation, the second part where it's the discussion and students are presenting different ideas. It's, again, important to step back and let's look at all the different steps that people did. What are the problem-solving strategies that people used that we can generalize? We're going to actually put them on a list, and the list is going to be on the wall of our classroom, and it's going to be in the words of the students so that the next time students are struggling, over the course of the semester, you can refer to that list, and students copy it down, and they come up with their own. They're constantly adding to it. You know, what are the things I can do when I'm stuck? So in terms of students sharing, talking about their own thinking, the way it often can work in a math classroom very effectively is, you know, you have a certain amount of time in which students are working individually and in small groups on a problem, and then you spend almost as much time, if not more time, having discussions and having students talk about that. And I think that it's really important. What comes across in that message is that math is a process, and it's about the process, and that there's a lot of math to be learned after you get the answer. Because I think that that, again, goes to that shift in their concept of what it means to do math.